So chapter number 1 is data, its sources and compilation. Basically in a page you will write the heading of the chapter, that is the data, its source and compilation in a bold letter. Use only two colors, one is black, one is blue. Without that no color you all are going to use. That is not actually, we will accept the copies. Now the first thing will be there, that is what is data. Now what is data? Data is defined as some numbers that represents some real world representation. Data is actually some numbers. Basically, suppose today outside it is raining. So what is the total amount of the rainfall occur? Suppose you are having the instrument and you are measuring that one. Suppose in outside it is today 20 centimeter or 10 centimeter rainfall occur. So this is called the data. Data means it is a number that will represent the measurement of the real world. And whenever that measurement will be in a single measurement, that is called the data. So the first thing you are going to write in the copy, what is data and what is data. Now the second thing is there, that is the information. Suppose the example of the data, in the Viva the questions will be asked. The examples of the data means, suppose give an example of the data. So you can tell that the distance between Siliguri and Jalpaiguri is 47 kilometers. So this is an example of the data. Or suppose in last 24 hours in Siliguri the total amount of the rainfall occurred 30 centimeter. That is the example of the data. Now what is this information? Information is the meaningful answer to a question. Suppose in case of the data, data cannot be arranged also. Sometimes it is possible the data are not arranged. But in case of the information, always information will be a meaningful answer. Suppose I am asking you something. Suppose how much marks you got in class 11 or this kind of the question. So always I will get a proper data or a proper meaningful answer, and that is called the information. Now what is the need of the data in geography? Why we are studying this data? Basically in geography is a subject where we are always deal with the maps, informations, numbers and all. Suppose we are reading the chapter agriculture. So in case of the agriculture, we have to know about the total production of the areas. Beside that also we can go, suppose we are going for a chapter that is the climate. So we need to know the total amount of the rainfall in a place as well as the total amount of suppose what is the highest temperature, lowest temperature of the place. So the data or these numbers are very needful in the subject geography. Without the number we are not actually doing anything. All the chapters of the geography, they are actually explained through the data. You will find that in our book when we are reading in class 12 the population chapters, you will find the boxes are given. In the box the total number of the population, the male population, the female population, this kind of the things are written. This all are the data. So data is a very important tool we can say of the geography, by which we are representing the situation. Maybe we are representing the distribution of the growth of a place. Maybe we are representing the situation of the change of the population of a place or the amount of the migration of a place. So the next heading in the copy will be the need of the data. First heading, data. You will not write what is data. Instead of that you all will write data. Then you will explain. The next one, need of the data. Then you will write about the need of the data. Now the sources of the data. This is another important part or the third thing that you are going to write in your copy. Now what are the sources of the data we are having? We are having basically two sources of the data. One is called the primary data and another one is called the secondary data. Now what is this primary data or primary sources of the data? When we are collecting the data for the first time by an individual or the group of the individual. Suppose physically I am going to you and I am asking, suppose what's your name, Tanisha? Tanisha, how much marks you got in the last year, or what is your age, what is your phone numbers, parents name and all. So physically I am collecting the informations from you, and that is called the primary sources of the data. But without that also there is another source of the data where we are collecting the data from any published and unpublished sources. Suppose instead of asking you only your parents' name, your like the marks and all the records I will get in the school also, maybe school also having some records, but that records will be the secondary records. Maybe the report cards are there, maybe the registers are there. So that is already a unpublished thing. So I can get the data from there also. So that will be a secondary data. When physically I am going to somewhere, I am asking something and I am collecting the data, that is called the primary data. When I am not going physically over there, I am collecting the thing from the second hand resources. Maybe some published resource, maybe some books published, or maybe some newspapers were there, or maybe some reports were made by the people. From there I am collecting something, that is called the secondary data. Now the primary data having some parts. Primary data having some parts means the sources of the primary data. How we can collect the primary data? The first sources is that is the personal observation. What is personal observation? Suppose I am going for a field survey in a house. Suppose I am going for collecting some data from a house, or I am going to a field to do some work. So sometimes it could be possible that information about that thing I don't have to ask someone, I can see. Suppose we go for a particular area to survey the natural vegetation. So obviously the information of the natural vegetation I can observe and I can collect the information. Suppose I am going to a house for collecting some population data or some socio-economic data. Some things I can see, how many storied building is this, or what is the source of the water. Maybe there is a well, or maybe there is a tube well. So that is called the personal observation. When I am observing something in the field. You can see this chart you will make in the copy, in the white part of the copy. The side you are writing the sources of the data, primary sources of the data, secondary sources of the data in the rule part of the copy. So in the white part of the copy, you are going to make this chart with black pen. Now the next source of the data is the interview. What is interview? So when suppose I am coming to you and I am asking you something and you are giving me the answers. Now this is the second source of the primary data. In this method, the researcher or the surveyor who is doing the survey or who is doing the research, they are getting information about the thing from the respondent. Suppose I will visit your house, I am asking something, so you are the respondent and I am the researcher or the surveyor. So I am asking you some questions, you are giving me the answer, that is actually the interview method. Now there are some terms, or we can say there are some conditions what we have to follow while collecting the interview. The first thing that we have to do while collecting the interview, we need to make a list. What are the questions I am going to ask, or what are the information I need from the person. While conducting the interview, I should be, or we should be very much clear about the objective. Suppose my objective is only find out the educational qualification or educational status of that area. So obviously when I will visit a house, I will only ask the question related with the education, what is your status, up to what you have studied and all. Obviously I will not ask them how many, how much you are getting in a month. So obviously you should be very much clear about the objective of the survey. In the interview method, you will not ask any irrelevant questions. Now always when you will ask someone some questions, it should not be sensitive one. Because sometimes if you will be sensitive questions, so they will be scared, they will be not give you the answers. Sometimes it could be possible language problems can be there. The question should be in a simple language. You should be polite enough when you all will going to ask someone some questions. Even the language problems, you have to know what language they understood, so you have to try to ask in that language only. Now always whenever we are going for this kind of the interview, we always think that in any condition we will not hurt their self-respect. Sometimes it could be possible whenever some religious kind of the questions arises, or whenever the economic status question will arise, they will be hurt maybe. So this kind of the thing we need to follow while taking the interview. Always we have to show them the thanks, or we have to give them the thanks at the end of the interview, that they gave us their precious time and they actually help us in our work. So this all are the things while interview method we need to remember. These things you need to write in the copy. Now the third method is the questionnaire method. While writing the questionnaire method, you can make it short. Questionnaire method is a method where the simple questions with their possible answers are written in a paper and the respondent only will take. Suppose I am asking you like what is your age? Suppose instead of writing the age, there will be the columns 10 to 20, 0 to 10, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 in this way. So they will only put the take only. Now in case of the questionnaire is only called or only known as a schedule, but there will be little bit difference between the questionnaire and the term schedule. Like the difference is there in case of the questionnaire, when I said the respondent will actually tick the things, in schedule they will write. The respondent by himself, they will fill up the questionnaire. That is called the schedule. And in case of the questionnaire, what will happen? Only the questions will be there, even the probable answers will be there, they will only take. And without that, there are other methods. The other methods are, sometimes suppose here I am talking about the socio-economic survey or the household survey. But if you will go for a river survey, so you should take some kit with you. Maybe you need the tape for measuring the thing. Maybe you need some other chemical things to check the water pollution and all. So this kind of the thing comes under the other method. Whenever we are going for other kind of the survey, like soil survey or the water survey, so to measure these things, we need the soil kit. We need to follow the pollution level of the water and all. So we need other kind of the kit. This comes under the other method. Now the secondary sources of the data. Again, the bold heading will be there in a other page, secondary sources of the data. Now secondary sources of the data, I already said you when I am collecting the data from a published and unpublished sources. I am not physically going over that place. Now secondary sources of the data also having the classification. One is the published source. Published source means the government publication, where the government is actually publicating something. Suppose in case of the Siliguri, the SJDA, that is Siliguri Jalpaiguri Development Authority, they are every year, even Siliguri Municipal Corporation also, regarding different information about the Siliguri, they are publishing the books. So that comes under the government publication. So in case of the government publication, you all know that Census of India, they are publishing the census, that is a government publication. There are different kind of the weather reports are there, that is a government publication. So from this government publication, when you are collecting the data, that is also considered as a secondary data. So the secondary sources of the data having the first type, that is the government publication. Now the next one is the semi-government publication. Semi-government publication means this all also comes under the government only, but maybe suppose a panchayat or maybe a Jila Parishad, when they will take out some report, that comes under the semi-government or quasi-government publication. International publication, already you all know that WHO, like we know in this COVID situation, all time WHO giving some reports, that is World Health Organization. Suppose the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, so UNESCO even, they are also publishing some yearbooks, some reports. So from where you are collecting the information, that comes under the international publication. And the private publication, suppose if I have done a survey in particular topic and I have made a report, so that comes under the private publication. Newspaper magazines, we know every day we are having the newspaper, even we are having the periodic monthly magazines, from there also we can collect the data. So this all comes under the secondary sources of the data. Even the electronic media. Electronic media means maybe you can say about the internet. Every day we are collecting huge amount of the information from the internet, so that also comes under this. Now unpublished sources, that means this is not published only. Sometimes the government also publish, some reports they are making, that report they are not published. Actually they make the documents, but they haven't published those records. They keep with them only. Suppose in case of the revenue report, it's not published anywhere, but if you will go to the Land and Revenue Office, you will get those information or the reports. Quasi-government reports, same things. The district will make some reports or the municipal corporation will make some reports and they will not publish it. Even same thing will be there with the private documents. Private documents means these all are the unpublished reports or the records. Suppose I have made something or you have made some survey and you have not published those things, that is kept with you only. and maybe afterwards some people, by seeing your work only, they will collect some information. So that